I'm gonna give you the #1 cue that you can use to improve your jerk, and we're gonna start right now. What's up everybody, it's Dane Miller from GarageStrength.com, and if this is your first time to the channel and you're interested in becoming a better weightlifter, you want to learn how to be an explosive freak and improve your technique, make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you ring that notification bell so we can help you hit those jerk PRs. There's nothing more daunting than if you have an athlete hit a big clean in a competition. They're about to take the stab at that big jerk attempt. They're about to hit a big PR, beat all of their opponents, but you have no confidence in them to actually hit that key jerk and come out on top. That's one of those issues where you're just sitting there and closing your eyes and praying, hoping that they're actually going to hit that jerk. And this is something that I've dealt with pretty consistently, and fortunately, 3-time national champ, 2-time senior Pan Am team member, Jacob Horse, has dealt with this issue himself, even with all the success that he's had as an Olympic weightlifter. But one of the things that he did as an athlete is he helped me sit down and analyze key jerk movement and see what can we do to help improve his jerk so that he's more consistent at those top end weights. As we sat down and we watched our own Haley Reichert and how she smashes all of her jerk. She's jerked 113 kilos in the 49K weight class. She's clean and jerked 105 kilos. She's made 2 senior Pan Am teams. And so what we've done is analyze her exact movement, and we know we want to be very upright in the dip. We want to make sure that we're not collapsing forward with our thoracic spine, right? We want to make sure that our gut is filled with air through our belly button. We get this nice vertical dip, and that's going to transfer into that big drive. But a lot of mistakes actually happen after that dip and drive. A lot of people don't really understand how to move their feet properly. They don't know how wide to go. They don't know how to put that front foot out so that the bar is in a good position over the shoulders, over the hips when they're in the split. And that's where this key cue comes into play. When we sat down and we started to analyze Quo and Haley, and we started to look at, hey, when they're dipping very, very upright. Their gut is very, very tight. And if you take notice, their back knee is almost pointing to exactly where their feet are when they're dipping in the jerk. So they get into that split, and it's almost like the length of their tibia pushes their knee to exactly where their feet were when they're commencing the dip and drive. So one of those key factors that we've taken into place now is understanding that push the knee to where your feet were. If that happens, it's going to make it a little bit easier to have 50% of your weight forward, 50% of your weight back. That's going to make you more consistent overhead. So now we're going to take Haley Reichert, we're going to go through her entire jerk process, we're going to point out these key factors, and we're going to show you exactly what that looks like when you put your knee where your feet were in the dip. So when Haley's warming up, one of those things that you've got to look at is how she moves. She moves exactly the way she should be moving when she's at 110, 115. That knee goes down right to where her knee, when it's in the split, goes exactly to where her feet were when she's dipping, and that helps her recover with that front foot first. Just pay attention to as she's warming up. It's a good tight dip. That front foot goes forward, but the knee down to the feet. So that knee goes down to the feet. And when the knee gets down to the feet, she's going to have a more rigid back foot. There's going to be a little bit more stability in that back ankle because she's pushing that quad down. She's pushing that knee down, and that's also going to help lower her hip level, which is very important when we start to get at really high weights. All right, so now Haley's gonna take 90. Again, keep note of her dip, where her back knee gets to, and how that affects her hip level and her front foot. So it's really important because it helps keep the weight distribution even. It helps get that front foot out, which is going to make everything much more stable. And if you want to do this with a beginner or with somebody who's never taken that cue of putting the knee where the feet are, one of the things you can do is put a line across your platform. They stand on that line, and then we want to try to get the knee to the line. So again, there's going to be a positive impact on that back ankle, a positive impact on the hip levels changing, and on the front foot moving forward. So use the cue of putting the back knee where your feet were in the dip. Have that nice tight dip. Front foot goes forward, back knee goes down to where your feet are, and then make sure that you recover with that front foot first. So use this cue. It's going to improve the way you get into the split and how stable you are overhead. If you want more information about Olympic weightlifting, you can click on the link down below, head over to GarageStrength.com, and you can pick up our specialty designed jerk improvement program to help you hit those jerk PRs. If you want more information about Olympic weightlifting and Olympic weightlifting training, you can click on this card right here. Until next time, guys, peace.